Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learned back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Leo February 2020 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Anyway, first thing up is, well, as far as February goes, Mars will be in Sagittarius from the 1st until the 16th. So the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, the situation with lovers, children, may be a little bit more contentious and acrimonious, more so than usual. There may be philosophical differences and issues, arguments pertaining to religion. It could be matters with the law, and really about what's truthful as well, because Sagittarius energy is really about that veritable truth, and one speaking their veritable truth, and it could be a lot of blunt and tactless energy as well. Also, this could be a time too where if you're unattached at this time, Leo, you may connect with a Sagittarius sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Sagittarius characteristics, maybe for a sexual liaison, a superficial fling, or it could be somebody that you might actually become very strongly romantically involved with as well. This could be a time too where you may be at this time guard against overly reckless actions in connection with gambling and speculation. At this time, there might be a lot of energy put into sports related things that are enjoyable in the outdoors. So those are some ways that this could manifest and pan out at this time for you. Anyway, next thing up is, well, Mars will be in Capricorn as far as February goes from the 16th until the 29th. So the sixth house will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for you, Leo, well, this could manifest in a number of ways. Well, first off, the situation with employees, co-workers, people in your daily routine, an aunt or an uncle, even people prominent in your health life, such as people you work out with, might be a little bit more contentious and acrimonious, more so than usual. There may be arguments connected with responsibilities and ones that are very serious. It could be arguments associated with politics, business, government related matters, issues connected with authority. Who's boss. About who's boss, maybe figuratively who's the boss, so to speak. But anyway, you understand what I'm saying. Maybe over others, somebody being a little overly authoritative when they shouldn't be, those kind of things. And could also be a time too, if you're unattached at this time, Leo, you may connect with a Capricorn sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Capricorn traits. It could be for a sexual liaison, and maybe somebody you meet in your daily routine, your place of employment, at a health and fitness venue, somebody that you may be involved in some kind of service to or receiving service from at this time. Could also be about a time too where you might, in some cases, this could be about getting some kind of injury or some cuts or doing something connected to something associated with Capricorn, such as something with the knees or anything that could be Capricorn related, or something near the hamstrings, where you might be getting some kind of cut or incision or injuries connected with it, because we are talking about Mars and Capricorn energy and the sixth house of health. So anyway, physical health, work related. So anyway, and also this could be about putting a lot of discipline, consistent energy, really conventional energy into your daily routine, in your work life at this time, and really, and those are some ways this could manifest and pan out for you at this time, Leo. So anyway, next thing up. Well, Jupiter will be in Capricorn as far as February goes. So, one way this may manifest and pan out for you, well, as I've spoken about in previous videos, Jupiter could be rather paradoxical, could be very strongly benign and benevolent, but it could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. Now, in some cases, this may enlarge and expand some Capricorn-related physical related issues, health-related matters, such as something with the bones, the knees, the joints, the hamstrings at this time. Could also expand and enlarge a lot of consistent efforts in your as far as your work-related in the work-related matters go, but at the same time could be very fortuitous for Capricorn-related employment, such as something with dentistry, accounting, information technology, masonry. Something with business, politics, even general mundane work. It could also be a time too where this could be being very positive period at this time, as far as really just in general sixth house matters about putting a lot of I call this really somewhat, I mean, you can be injecting a lot of humor really actually in your daily routine, but very dry, like Capricorn type related humor. It could also be very good in terms of like maybe starting, it could be in matters with maybe starting some kind of health regime at this time, but one that's very conservative and conventional. Could be very fortuitous for them, but it could also expand and enlarge responsibilities with an aunt and uncle, people prominent in your daily routine. It could be over service related matters at this time. So those are some ways this may manifest and pan out for you, Leo. Anyway, next thing up. Well, Saturn will still be in Capricorn, so the sixth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, Leo, this can manifest in a number of ways. Well, this could be about you might be dealing with a sickly or debilitated aunt or uncle or fellow employee that you know well, or someone prominent in your health life that you have a good rapport with. It could be something Capricorn related, such as something with the knees, the bones, the joints, the hamstrings, and maybe making you feel somewhat despondent and melancholy. It could also be about a time where you have to take more serious responsibility to health-related matters, to matters in your daily routine, and even in service-related matters. In some cases, your health and your hygiene. Those are some ways that this could pan out for you at this time, but it could also be about a time, given you're talking about Saturn and Saturn Capricorn energy, sixth house, it could be a time where you're really doing a lot of really laborious, consistent efforts as far as work-related matters may go at this time. And it could be a time too where older people might figure more prominently in your daily routine at this time, more so than usual. And it could be about just really, older people might be somebody that might figure more prominently in your health-related matters. It could be in service rendered. It could even be dealings with your pets at this time, or it could even be the father at this time. In some cases, might be figuring more prominently in your health-related matters and sixth house-related matters in general at this time. So anyway, and you might be dealing with some restrictions and limitations as far as your health may go at this time. And again, it could be something Capricorn related, such as something with the knees, the bones, the joints, the hamstrings, something Saturn / Capricorn related at this time. It could also be about a Saturn / Capricorn type of employment you may be involved in. It could be something connected, work. It could be about working laboriously and doing accounting work or information technology, or something with dentistry, or anything else that could be Capricorn related, masonry, accounting. So anyway, well, next thing up. Well, Uranus will still be in Taurus, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this can manifest in a number of ways. You might be dealing with some unusual, stubborn, obstinate behavior from the dominant parent, which is often the father. People prominent in your career, your public image, your reputation. You could also be dealing with some very erratic and sporadic energy in terms of your career right now, your livelihood, but on a positive end. It may be about dealing with you might be doing something career Uranus that is Uranus like that is career is associated with your career, such as something with astronomy, astrology, electronics, computers, innovation, something that involves humanitarianism, anything aerospace, anything that could be Uranus related. And it could be that in some cases too that Taurus friendships, I mean, they could be Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Taurus characteristics might figure more prominently in your success, your stature in life, getting notoriety, recognition, your career at this time, your public image, your reputation more so than usual. So those are some ways that this could manifest and pan out for you at this time, Leo. Now, the next thing up is, well, Neptune will still be in Pisces, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, this is another thing that can manifest in a number of ways. Some cases, this could be about going through some detox or metaphysical or spiritual transformation. And metaphysical could even include astrology if in isolated cases, you may be using, some knowledge of astrology to help you make a major change or transformation in your life. Or it could simply be in some cases too, I know a lot of you don't want me to say the dreaded D word, but I'm going to anyway, because the 8th house is connected with death, and Neptune, of course, is something, could be connected with drugs or alcohol, could even be an inadvertent or accidental drug assimilation. Something, be very careful at this time, because something, there could be a greater propensity for a death that could be Neptune related at this time, more so than usual. It could also be a time too where you may be more susceptible at this time, Leo, to some kind of, some issues like it could be over credit card fraud or deception at this time, and also guard, against, it could be a time for greater propensity for duplicitous energy connected with taxes, with insurance at this time. And make sure you're seeing all the details in these matters and tax related matters when you're filing, if you have to file any forms at this time, Leo, because Neptune energy could be rather blurry and nebulous and unclear, and sometimes it could be difficult energy in terms of seeing the details at this time. It could also be about a time too where if you're involved with an intimate or sexual partner, that these people or person might be a little bit more nebulous and unclear and more deceptive and duplicitous, more so than usual at this time. So those are some ways that this could manifest and pan out for you. And also it could be about the dissipation, dissolving of a shared resources situation, or in terms of receiving moral, emotional, monetary support at this time. Well, anyway, last but not least, Pluto will be in Capricorn still, so the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted now. I know a lot of you don't want me to say the dreaded D word, but I'm going to anyway. In some cases, this could be about the actual or literal death of an aunt or an uncle, someone prominent in your daily routine, your health life. It could be somebody you might have provided service to. Hold on a moment, people. Now, in some cases, too, this could be about the transformation of one's physical health, or you might feel it might even be like the obliteration of it in some cases. But remember that Pluto is about revival and regeneration. If something goes away, like with Pluto, can often be revived later. And it could also be something Plutonian related. That could be a health related issue at this time for you, Leo. And especially, say this is making an adverse aspect to your ascendant, if it's in conjunct your ascendant in transit, or if it's making an adverse aspect to, say, your sun at this time. Those are, I mean, it could be something like plutonian health related, such as something with the regenerative system or reproductive system, something that could be pelvic related, anything, something with the sexual organs, anything that could be Pluto related. But on a positive note, this could also manifest in some cases as doing something Pluto related as far as employment goes, such as something with insurance, or something with transformation, such as rebuilding vehicles, something connected with the occult, astrology, supernatural, recycling, a death profession like working as a coroner, a mortician, or a funeral director, anything that could be Pluto related, but guard against power and control issues, perhaps with an aunt or an uncle, someone prominent in your daily routine. It could be even somebody that is at your place of employment, or somebody you provide service to, in manipulative behavior in sixth house related matters, such as things that are connected with service, like saying, well, I'm not going to run this errand for you if you don't do such and such for me. Just things of that nature, because Plutonian energy can be manipulative energy. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Leo February 2020 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Virgo February 2020 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. Until next time, people, I don't learn, say it still well.